Alright, it's time for more Disco Elysium. I had a bit of thoughts what we should be doing next. But also I really enjoy the game, so I just want to play more. It's a game you have to take and measure, so after a couple of hours, if I do it every night, I kind of feel like, oh, that's too much talking, too much to pick up, but in the right amounts, it's a really nice experience. Alright, we are... I need to be a measurehead for it. I do really respect measurehead, that part is true. Also, we still don't have pants, do we? Oh well. There's something... Well, let us just check our logbook to remind ourselves what we can do. Ah yeah, we talked to the smoker on the balcony. We have to go there the next day. We should find the cryptozoologist, but he's on the other side of the waterlock. We should close the waterlock on Wednesday. That's still Tuesday, so we can't do that. We need to find 20 real. We have 20 real right now, but I would like more money so I can spend it on more interesting things. Especially there were some sneakers that our friend... I forgot the name of our friend, but the salesman in quotation marks, at the traffic jam is selling us. Yeah, we have nothing. We have nothing on the badge. Maybe you'll just stumble across it down the line. That is really nothing here. Who put the clothes in the trash? Oh, ask Kuno if he knows anything about the victim's clothes in the trash. Find the person who has unauthorized access. Keep searching for the caller. Yeah, I want to find that out. Find a way into the secret passage. There are strange doors in the whirling. Okay. Sing karaoke and get 2 signatures from Evra. Also, we can definitely... We could... Oh, hello, Rombi, cozy dodecahedron. We could also talk to the people in the lobby at some point. And we could tell the lady up here about... We could tell her what has happened. Oh, and we could try to sneak into the real part of this... of the shopping... Not the shopping, the bookstore. The bookshop. That's what I wanted to say. But what I want to do is... We learned that the telephone has been broken off the whirling wrecks.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the...
Yeah, wait, I want to talk to the radio.
How may I assist you?
I want to talk to Sylvie.
Just a second, officer.
I hope she picks up.
Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer.
Alright, it's the girl... Okay, remember everybody, this is the girl that's as Harry put it so bluntly, is riding the cock carousel. And she's been hiding things from us. She's been a bad girl, so we need to talk to her again. And it seems she might have hidden even more from us. So, yeah.
Yes, hello?
It's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
What's with the attitude on you, Sylvie? I'm trying not to arrest you. Are you trying to do the opposite? Do you know how my paperwork ended up in a trash container? That's not what I want to ask, but okay, sure.
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it. I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective?
Oh, we get a level up from making her restart the story. It's a problem. Okay.
No, not me.
Okay, she didn't call the police. She still claims that.
You hear
Right.
the cord breaking up on the other...
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Alright, let's talk to the 41st
Just a
again.
moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
Nah, I don't
Roger
admit
that,
these
10-10,
things.
over and out.
Let's tap on the pre-fuel heater
As you
gauge. I
tap
don't know
on the
why.
gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Is the talking loud enough today? It looks like it might be tad quiet. I don't know.
No, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Okay. All right. That's the scum that didn't want to talk to me. He was hiding things from me. I hate him. I think his name is Tommy. But we have a job. Oh, we can stare at this again?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza
This is
mosaic.
going off screen for me. If I move it here. Oh, now it's fixed. Okay. Alright, oh, there's the lady. Can I talk to her from here? No. I'm sure she's the second mercenary, almost like. Yeah. Anyway, Kuno. Come talk to me.
Fuck does Kuno care?
No, it
Kuno
doesn't work.
doesn't fucking care.
Wait, if I am... What? No, I'm not leaning away. Yeah, you're right. We're getting more and more quiet. 1 second. Excuse me. Okay, I'm very close now, so my voice will be okay, but... Okay, I think that should have fixed it. Ouch, sorry. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it does that. I should really replace these parts. I've been talking about like replacing my microphone in my setup, but all I did was install RTX voice to just paper over the fact that it's been becoming noisier and noisier all the time. So it's the good old thing where you don't fix it, you just make a temporary solution, and yeah, you know what some people say about temporary solutions. Kuno doesn't fucking care. Thanks, Kuno. More about the... No.
What do you see?
Yeah, we have the 8 footprints. Yeah. We have been through all of this.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
Okay, we still can't... We still can't get it off. Get him off there. We are still... Our nose is still too sensitive. There are the mercenaries in the Whirling Rex. Okay, so Kim, what do you think? What should we do?
Yes?
Okay, doesn't have any input. So we could confront the mercenary. Probably not a smart move, Kim. Probably not a smart move. We could talk to the guys in here. Well, we gotta talk to the guys in here eventually, so let's do that. Yeah, you'll get just an alarm clock instead of the standing up desk, yeah. Alright. We're doing this now. It's time. A spitball, really, guys. Hawthorn bushes. People, photos of men in overalls toting guns. I don't do karaoke, man. I'm no good. Okay, so who we got here, Mr. Titus?
This is where you say your bed.
Titus Hardy. He's coming towards me, folding his arms.
He and his men carry themselves like giants. You'll need to prove your mettle to be taken seriously.
Oh no. Okay, it's a contest of composure.
Detective.
Alright, first we need to talk about your attitude. Yeah, that's not very disco.
Wow. The RCM sent us some big dick cops.
Real big dick cops.
Elaine?
Reckless. Swinging in the wind.
Yeah, look at the big
Shanky.
dick on that cop. Can't tell a dick that big what to do.
I see 7 people in here, by the way.
Must be something in the water in Jamrock.
Yeah, gave him real nice big dicks.
Okay, guys, stop distracting me.
Yeah. Anyways.
Even Titus is getting distracted.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
Alright, I'm going to scan the room.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine.
Overbearingly masculine? He has long wavy hair.
Wants the world to know he's a macho man. Tobacco chewing and knuckle cracking. Who else do we have here? Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian. In his late 30s, early 40s. And then, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 44. 40-something. Non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
What is a plectrum?
On
Where?
his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician.
What is a plectrum? Is that the piece you need to play an electric guitar? Yeah, okay. Or just any guitar. Okay, yeah. Alright, thanks. Thanks. And the little guy?
Size 41. With the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face. Mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing.
Yeah, it is amazing to determine the boot size just from looking. If you're a wimp who doesn't strum with your fingers, yeah. Yeah, also, yeah, this is what we're doing right now is pretty amazing. We're just seeing them and we're sure the boot sizes.
In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size
At
46.
Angus.
Deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220.
Could be.
In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
The odd soul.
Exactly. The missing lady driver who was running the drug trade. Does it mean the Hardy Boys are involved in the drug trade as well?
These bandits, we could say definitely. We could say the entire union might be involved, maybe even all of Martinez. Look around suspiciously. Not necessarily. The lady driver could have kept the drug trade secret. This would fit what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions. Look around suspiciously. Alright, what is a disco cop? A disco cop just thinks outside the box. Don't want to make any assumptions? Now that's too smart. These bandits? They're bandits, but they're too stupid to do drugs. Not necessarily. The lady driver's the head.
Maybe. But hey, You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Now is a good time to hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Oh god, there's a lot to say to him. Manhunt in the backyard, did you do it?
So, you're not just here to swing your big dick. You're here for the pretty boy. A real looker, that one. Stinks like shit, too.
They couldn't get him down, boss. He's still up there, stinking up the place.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why are your boot prints all over the scene? Yeah. Let's say we've spoken to the head of the union.
Eberhard?
Yes, him.
And what did he tell you? That we killed him? That we took a cargo belt from the harbor, went out back, and used it to hang him? Because we did. All of us together. I hope he told the story straight. I hope he told it well.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
But there's a catch. Squint your eyes.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
Okay, wow. The game is really taking pity on me here. What? I don't know. You murdered him just like that? No remorse? No, that's for... We're a cop. We want to know, when did this hanging
You
incident
don't
occur?
have to answer any of his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long did you know him?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
Yes, we've been over
That's
this.
enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Last questions? Excuse me? How did you kill him? We need to know that. We know why. I need to know who called the shots.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy boy without arresting all Hardy boys.
What? Why are you calling me deaf? Nobody ever told me that rule. That's the first time you're mentioning this
Do you
rule.
think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
I'm addressing Titus. Who calls the shots?
Who do you fucking think does?
Not the lady driver. You give command. I thought she did. Fat Angus. Gangs are usually run by the oldest. Singling one out is a good idea. Singling somebody out that is somebody else. The fat guy seems like the weak link. He's wheezing, so we're gonna single out the fat guy, just to put some pressure on the group. I'm guessing it's the big
The
one.
sweaty man turns red and looks first down, then around him, apologetically.
It's not the fat ass. Titus.
Oh, the
Hardy's
fat man is the
Hardy
fattest.
Boys,
The fat
genius.
pig is the weak
That's why we
link.
called the Hardy Boys. Ain't that right, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
How did you kill
We
him?
hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
Can you give us a few more details? Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Okay, wasn't he a trained killer from Orani's special forces? If yes, then how did you manage to overpower him? That seems like a extra info. Or we could compose. Things aren't quite right here, are they? Why would I try that? Okay, let's first ask this question. How did you manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Reaction speed. Composures. Let's try to compose them. Things aren't quite right here.
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
Who's solid?
Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least.
No, we
antsy
did
of
not
the bunch.
autopsy the corpse. We didn't get to
Definitely
Knuckle.
not his
We
first
can't
time
breathe in the.
being
We
questioned
keep throwing up.
by the police.
We have like a 7% chance to make that. Not his first time, okay?
This little rat-faced fellow is solid too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
Who's cracking? The fat guy. I knew it. I knew it. This one, he's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They've smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link. Hey you, turn to the big guy. You have trouble breathing over there?
No.
He looks up startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen head.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Okay, Shanky's bullying
Fuck
him.
off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
Yeah, I called it. I called it. Where did this overpowering happen? Oh, there's something you're not telling me?
And fuck you, too, Copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Alright, I have another question about the lynching.
Like what, Copper?
Alright, why did you kill him?
'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
Well, that's it?
And he stepped out of line.
He stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Yeah, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
There's slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
Yes, we know about the rape.
Kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was that the same girl that was raped?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Of course,
Yeah,
Titus.
me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
Okay, who did the rape then?
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
Aw, I failed the volition very low. Alright, why don't I just arrest him? Why don't I just arrest you?
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. While the little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve, there's a knife in there. Some of the others reach for their belts. Their eyes are light.
Well, the little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve. There's a knife in there. Okay, well, thanks, reaction speed. What does that tell me? I mean, I need to get the lady driver. Okay, let's just talk.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one and get the fuck out of our booth. We're not gonna do this again.
So what are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
I spoke to Everett and he said you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature guys. Everett sent word, right? No, that's not what a disco cop says. Why don't you push me some more and find out, gimp? Yeah, calling Shanky a gimp could get me killed. I would never tell on someone. Yeah, let's call him a gimp.
You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
Alright. I found 8 sets of footprints. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
Oh, good job, Glenn.
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
No, it's
Shut
the
the
drug
fuck
trade.
up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
There we go.
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End.
He points at the lieutenant.
You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
Establish authority godly. Wow, I got +3 from checks. And I still only have a 3% chance. This is when you have like stats that are like utter dumb stats. Godly 16. +3. The best I can roll is a 12. So the best I can get naturally is 50. No, I have a -1. The best I can get is 14. So even if I got 2 more in authority, I'd still only be... No, wait. Even if I got 3 more in authority... Yeah, even if I got 3 more in authority for some reason... yeah, it will still be a problem. So... Well, the 3rd point would bring me over the limit, I guess. Alright, I've connected you to the local drug tape. Let's first tell him, yeah, the drug tape.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
The thought forms in your head, like a lightning strike branching in the sky.
You're right, there is no local drug trade, except you. What? Why would I point at Titus? No, do the honor? Do we have evidence that it's Titus? Alright, let's point at Titus.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's still plenty of drugs. People are always going to do drugs, at least this way you have some control. Yeah, let's lean into it.
Thank you. Theoretically, of course. Thank you. Theoretically.
He takes a sip of his beer and smiles.
Titus, I'm amazed. Where is the same professionalism when it comes to other topics? You're doing great. I hardly have to interfere at all.
I don't know, Lizzie. I guess theoretical things don't make me emotional. Now, was there anything else? I was sorta gonna get my brewski on.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
She runs the thing, doesn't she?
My answer is... fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat, he left 2 sets of footprints.
Oh, Shanky.
Despite everything, the little man is quick on his feet.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all fours. Anything else you need to know?
Do we warn them about the mercs coming for them? Nah. It's our job to stop another killing. I don't want them to go around and kill another person. I got even more authority. I should have just tried it every time because it's a white check. I could have gotten like a lot of checks. Well, let's just try our god check.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Kim, I need your gun. That's it? That's all I got? I'm the one thing keeping this town from going to hell, and you're not helping. Point the
And
finger.
what exactly is it you've been doing that's so goddamn special? Shitting yourself in front of us. Going around, harassing kids on the street. Kids who've done nothing wrong. All the while talking racist shit. Don't think we aren't watching, fascia. People here trust us. We're getting complaints.
Oh, he's calling a fascist. I don't even have a gun.
What are you talking about? Guns are the only thing you have. Waving them around old ladies' faces. Trying to gun down kids.
Carly said they've been trying to set up a mass execution. Bulk purchasing guns, ammunition too.
I can believe that. Carly works in a gun shop, you see.
I took some moral damage there.
There's no mass execution, officer. Just ask questions and don't get sidetracked.
Please don't set up a mass execution. You'll never be able to pull it off. The logistics alone are insane. Just ask questions. Be a normal cop.
Do we warn them about the mercs? Well, we gotta rattle the cage eventually. But I'd rather rattle the merc cage than this cage. Alright, Elizabeth, what do you have to say? Yeah.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you
I know
wasting
she's
your
not the
time?
hardy girl.
I
Are
am
you the
not.
hardy girl?
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
Well, goodbye then. Okay, what can we skill here? Do we have some thoughts in the thought palace? Well, we could unlock one more slot here. I guess. We don't have a lot of things to put in there, but... Nah, we shouldn't. I don't have anything I want to put there right now, so... We'll go with our favorite friend, savoir-faire. There's going to be, at some point, there's going to be that legendary savoir-faire check. And... then we're going to be amazing. This door is still locked.
You see a heavy...
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Okay, yeah, she has only cryptids. Alright, what do we do next? Yeah, we haven't autopsied the corpse yet, but I can't. Like, I'm literally too weak. Physically too weak to do it. Alright, maybe, lady.
The door is closed. This door...
Okay, yeah, this lady just doesn't let us, doesn't want to see us. Doesn't want to see us. I guess we could talk to Hardy more, so we're not actually that much on a timer. Alright, what else can we do? But this guy... But The race. Oh yeah, we haven't talked to the racist after we found out about the lady. No. Doesn't help us though. I guess the next thing is talking to Everard again. I mean, I do want some money from Everard. He's the only guy who's been helping me, so I kind of like Everard from that perspective.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
I got no money from Joyce? No, she hasn't been giving me anything. She's not been forthright. She's very stingy with the money. Yeah, well, we're not poking that bear yet. I'm pretty sure I've got no money from Joyce. Okay, what about...
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Do you know anything about the Hardy
Los
Boys?
Hardys? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Alright, good day. Alright, Everard, or should I say Edgar?
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes. Now, what can Everard Clare do for you today?
I've finished investigating the local drug trade, I guess.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
Alright, you're not really interested, huh? Okay. Goodbye, Harry. Edgar. Wow, that was useless. I don't want to poke the bear. I don't want to poke the bear. I could just try to pass time, I guess. Read some books. Wait for the water lock to be opened. Oh, I have tried to check. I've done the check twice and I failed the check twice. I did it once, then I failed. Then I did it with waiting again and taking chloroform or ammonia salts. Yep. And then I failed again. And now I can't take it. Now it's gray again because I don't have anything to make it better again. I guess I could buy more ammonia maybe and try it again? But I don't want to keep buying ammonia. That feels like a bad idea. Alright, let's see how much we can poke around here without dying. He's in the middle of a crowd.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame
Alright.
on you!
Are you a mercenary hired by Wild
Hell
Pines?
no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
Is there a tribunal being convened by any chance? Fucking bug. His giant... He breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating, his mouth slightly open.
Punch is not imminent, but it's being cocked.
Hard.
You hear a tiny rattle, a small radio, cracking somewhere. An earpiece.
Okay, he has an earpiece.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
He looks at you. Okay, back off.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
Alright, we've poked the hive. But... what's in here?
A lorry stuck in the...
Oh. Anything? No? We haven't talked to this lady in a while.
Lohman.
For good reason, that is. Waterlock is still open. That guy here that was here a couple of days ago, he's gone now. Alright, anything interesting you can tell me, Mr. Pawn Shop Keeper? I don't think so. I'm actually getting a bit desperate here, so probably I should go back to Claire, to Joyce.
Hello.
Hello, hello. So our mercenary guy has a radio. Okay, well maybe the lady in the whirling rags will now talk to us, because maybe he has informed her that we're looking at that. Maybe Joyce has been killed now, because indirectly we've implicated her by telling the others that we know this. Also, drunk guy, what do you have? No. What about you, Mr.
Officer.
No, I still can't steal a sandwich.
Vigilance officer. What can this all...
Actually, what am I wearing? Yeah, I think that's okay. Oh, this gives me -2 authority. Why does it give me minus authority to have my ledger in my hand? I guess I look more like a nerd. Nerds. Alright, let's make the save. I mean, I don't save scum. I just want to avoid dying because I have game over before.
Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
She pets her. I could use a raincoat like that. The rain is freezing.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
Yeah, well, you actually can't answer any question because it doesn't interest you at all that basically the murderers have admitted who it was, so she doesn't care. Maybe Kim. Do you have any input on this?
Yes.
No, you don't have any input on this. Wow. Okay, I guess you're really just a follower type.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
We maybe... I think I have a book to read. Yes, we can read some books. Oh no, we've already read The Guide to Cockatoos. We've read this. Yep. Alright, 16 Days of Coldest April. It tells a rather excruciating story about two lovers during a period of ethnic unrest in Yugograd. Psychological realism. Why did I pick this up? Well, we're reading it.
In your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekaterina Dahl. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above which span a black and white rainbow.
Feels heavy.
Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead. It would do that in Grad.
They would do that in Grad. Okay, how long is this book?
You flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long.
Look at the book cover.
The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author.
What does she look like?
She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you.
Alright, let's start
With
reading.
cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugograd riots in the 20s. Youths overturn motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes.
Oh, and what happens?
It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure?
We have enough drugs, we can keep reading. Read 10 more pages. Ouch!
They go
That
through
really
a
hurt a
brief
lot.
and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft.
And the woman?
She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin, as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit.
Why can't I put this book away?
As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Oh, that wasn't as interesting as I thought. Put the book away. Really? Wow. That was not a lot of... That was nothing. Also, we have no we have one bullet. We have a bullet. Right. Well, if I need more than one bullet, that's gonna be a problem. Alright, you lady that is torturing your husband. You are right that I'm a cockatoo.
Excuse me?
I went and read up on them just like you said, and I even decided on what kind of cockatoo I am. Want to know?
I don't know. The most talkative one?
No. I'm the Major Majestic Cockatoo.
The what now?
The Major Majestic Cockatoo. It's the most impressive one.
You truly are one strange cop, aren't you?
She shakes her head.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
We need to think about now the next steps. Anything else? I don't want to buy the games.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring.
Alright, let's look at the curtain.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Let's pull the curtain open.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hands closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Psychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
This is about the curse? That's why you're afraid? This is different, I'm a police officer, I need to go in there. But I sense this place calling for me, I must investigate beyond the threshold. I don't care, you can't stop me, I'll open them, continue. Alright, I'll think about it for a while, continue. I don't actually know which answer I unlocked, if any, by hearing. So I'm a disco cop. So what does Harry say? I need to go in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
She stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
This is about the curse?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
I sense this place calling. No. I don't care, you can't stop me.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful.
Oh, Inland Empire
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
What? Rip them apart for real this time.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Let's unleash the forces. Ghostly silhouettes of hairdryers. Oh no. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. And a door.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
A warded door. Knock on the door.
Echo. No one is there. A hollowed out, dark echo.
+1 broke into the communard. How about we use an actual tool to break this open?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Pain threshold, huh? Anything? I don't think I have anything that can increase pain threshold. No. I mean, I have some drugs. Where are the drugs? I could get one more physique from some Commodore Red. I would lose one morale though. But remember, we only drink when we finish a job. We don't drink on the job.
A heavy
Alright,
door
we're just
with a
breaking
missing
like
handle
this.
stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Oh god, try to breathe normally. This really wasn't the best. I deserve this. My body deserves to suffer by being this weak. Please don't cry. Please don't cry. I don't want anything. Slap your face. Please don't cry.
Are you alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
What do we do? What do we do? Cane cutters is probably not gonna cut it, literally.
A heavy door with a missing handle.
Alright, lady, I need to know what's behind that door.
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool?
I need to know what secrets lie behind the door. It's part of a spiritual quest.
You're only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the books. Go to them.
Go to them. Alright, farewell now, book peddler. That's another dead end in this investigation. Right. Could we spend time sitting on the bench?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Okay, we can't even pass the time like that, so I'm going to pass my time quickly taking a water break and thinking about what to do next. I'll be right back. Oh man, Neff. The others will not see those messages, but enough will put the term mount viewers as a limited term. So, yeah, Neff wants to mount viewers. What do we do now, though? There are not so many options, actually. Who can I even talk to now? Yeah, we've done all of this, right?
An old call box.
Yeah, we've done all of that. I would like to talk to this lady, but apparently I can't. Not from here, at least. Yeah, about people saying investigate this.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
It even says put skill points into endurance to open his white shack. Well, I've already put as many skill points into endurance as I can without using drugs. So options aren't great. Kuno's house is not relevant for anything right now. Man. I mean, we can buy the shoes. That's just going to pass a little bit of time. That's not very useful, though. Can I walk over here onto the roof? No, I can't do anything here. Anything over here? This window? No. Can I walk here? No. Oh right, we can't even jump down from here anymore. The walk of... Oh, there's a butterfly. Really? It shouldn't be the season for butterflies. Why is there a butterfly here? That's suspicious. I'm probably hallucinating this butterfly. I mean, Harry is. I guess this is the island? Nah, I don't know. Man, I wish I wasn't so stuck right now. Can I pass time more? There must be a way to pass time, just...
The trash containers. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Okay.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Oh, this building up here looks trashed on the upper floors. Ooh. So, who exactly am I ringing when I'm ringing this apartment block? Because that doesn't look like it's inhabited. Jesus, this place is a dumpster. Oh, autosaves. Thanks, autosave.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its
Yeah, I don't want to drop the envelope in the mailbox because we don't have the signatures yet. If I consider the merits of drugs, yeah. I have. Too much here. Too much. I mean, we could probably pass time by taking some drugs, but not a great use of our time. You boy, can't tell us more.
Still cool here, officer.
Silang has nothing for us. I'm pretty sure I searched the whole apartment building over on the top left as well. Can I just go to bed? But no, it says we can only go to bed from 9 PM. But let's see, what happens if I try? I don't like wasting time like this, though. Well, Miss Mercenary, anything?
The door
No.
is... The bed is still cold from...
No time to rest yet. Well, thanks. There's a secret door. I mean... Prove your authority. I could try that again. Find a cryptozoologist. Nope. Close the waterlock on Wednesday. Nope. Pissing combination. Who knows? Replace the lost bull. Yeah, who knows how. Inspect the victim's body. Equip and complete volumetric ship compressor thought. Wait, what? I didn't know that was my next part in this. Why would I do that? Yeah, well, we don't have the skill slot to do that, unless I want to stop the Indotride thing. Yeah, pay the rent, track down your badge. Who put the clothes in the trash? I can't ask Kuno anymore, apparently, because it wasn't an option. Find the person who has access to the whirling trash. Although I don't know, does the trash matter anymore when we have a confession already? Who made the call? Keep searching, despite lacking any leads. Explore the secret passages, yeah, that's not easy. Get hold of a song tape. Get 2 signatures. And these are all the quests we've done. I don't know, none of the side quests stick out to me except maybe the shit compressor thought. But I don't know, I don't want to waste a thought on that. But maybe this is a case of, but you have to. Alright, guard, I need your help.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
Alright, let's pay Gal the 20 real.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
I hate paying him, but goodbye. Money. Right, now we're gonna equip ourselves for authority. Take this away. Anything that gives authority. Surely we have some shoes or something that gives authority. No? Holy moly, these are terrible items.
It's you again. What is it?
Ah, by interacting with my ledger. Ah, I can't establish authority. Alright, we can tell him the Mercury and his friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Yeah, they are forming some kind of tribunal and they're coming for you. Really? You don't want to start a sit? Yeah, I'm gonna tell them
This
now.
is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
This Crenell is bad news, you know that?
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army. And the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals with decades of combat experience. They are not a gang or a barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
Alright, they're armed with automated
We
weapons.
got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Will they pierce ceramic armor?
Guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
See what? That they don't?
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor.
He takes a sip of his beer to bide his time, then tries to get the last
You
word in.
haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
Alright.
What do you mean, okay?
I mean, okay, they're going to wipe the fuck out. I mean, okay, you got this. I mean, okay, I'll be on your side. I mean, okay, you got one more gun on your side. Once I find mine, I lost it. I mean, okay, I guess I'll be gunning you down right alongside them. I mean, okay, you got one more gun on your side. Once I find mine, I lost it. I don't want to help Titus, but I'm not gonna watch murder happen. Premeditated murder, that is. Especially if it's going to ruin my case.
We don't need you or your lost gun. We all have our guns. We'll just use those if it's okay with you.
Last gun or not, you're going to need help. We are offering it.
Okay, I accept the offer, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Alright, establish authority.
This time it's going to work. You already ruled out the first bad option that didn't.
Alright. Kim, I need your gun. What? No? Yeah.
Why?
This is not what he thinks it is. This is a great idea.
Everybody calm down, this is only a demonstration. Kim, the gun, please.
What in the name of fuck are you doing?
But I don't want to give you my gun.
Oh no.
The fuck is happening, Titus? What are they whispering about?
Easy, Shanks. I want to see where this is going.
I know what I'm doing. It's not my first day on the police job. I want to turn back. I'm not scared anymore. I know what I have to do. Trust me, Kim, I'm merely flesh. There's no other way. It's not my first day on the police job. He tilts his head. A brief moment passes in silence, then...
Be careful, it's loaded.
Okay, I have his gun. What am I doing now? Oh no. It feels oddly light and buzzing in your hand, like a funny
Your
toy.
fingers wrap around the handle. The index slides into the trigger loop. Do it. Go on. Good. Now put it in your mouth.
But I want to point it at them. Put the barrel in your mouth. I think I'm going to die here. You put the barrel in your mouth. Moral critical.
What are you doing?
The short cold barrel touches your lips. It tastes like iron hell.
Fellas, you getting any of this?
These are my thoughts. This is my head. What the hell? Only one way to establish dominance. You will never forget what happens in 5 seconds if you don't respect me. You better get ready to fucking respect me in 5, 4, 3. I'm not fucking this case up. Finger on the trigger. You will respect me. I'm going to kill myself now, you fucking whore. Pull the trigger. What? Probably that would fail. I hope. I don't know. Give the gun back to the lieutenant. You will never forget what happens in 5 seconds if you don't respect me.
Fellas, the cop is really threatening to off himself. This is insane.
No, that is not what is happening. This show is unnecessary. Give me my gun now.
Okay. Let's put the finger on the trigger.
We'll solve the case. Look at me. Don't worry. This demonstration is not helping at all.
Inside the small mechanism, you can hear a spring tensing up.
Oh no.
Yeah. Cause I sorta wanna see that shit.
You won't, man. His fucking balls ain't big enough.
Okay. I don't know where this is going. When did we last save? When did I last save? Exactly. When did I last save? Well, I mean, what time is it? There definitely was an autosave at 3:30. And I don't know what we did after that. I think we only talked to these guys. We didn't do anything else much. Alright, so. Pull the trigger? That's not a very disco... Well, it's the most disco thing to do. Okay, it actually ends the game. Poor Kim. Deranged cop.
Kills himself. Citizens in shock as a deranged law official reportedly from the 41st precinct shot himself in the head last night in the middle of a crowded cafeteria in downtown Martinez. The exact details of the incident have not been revealed, but first-hand witnesses claim that the officer was making a point. Can't say I'm surprised, Lawrence Gart, manager of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria, where the incident took place, commented he was extremely unstable and had threatened to kill himself before.
Alright, load game. Load. Yeah, guard's still talking shit about us even after our death. Alright, that didn't go so well. I'm gonna redo the steps of the conversation that I did, so that I didn't that I don't get a restart or reset. So, of course, except the last part, because I mean, I almost wonder if I should stop the game at this point and count this as the end, but it would be kind of disappointing for you guys, I guess. All right. The Mercury Hanged are coming.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
want to beat up his grandma.
They're forming a tribunal.
Let them come.
You heard.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
Brunel is bad news, you know that.
Yeah.
These people.
No, they're not. They're
They're armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons.
Will they
but
pierce
I
ceramic
guess we're gonna
armor?
See, aren't we?
See what? That they
Yeah,
don't?
you
Blah blah.
haven't even seen
Okay,
the
conclude with a
host.
shrug.
What do you mean? Okay.
Once I find my gun, I lost
We
it.
don't-
Last gun.
Okay. I accept the offer, but I'll believe it when I see it.
And now, wait, if I roll this again, can I manage this? I should honestly fail this because I failed this before. But I guess I'm not gonna do it. I'm counting it as a failure. I'm not gonna do it. On the other hand, it might be important to fail all of the options.
It's you again.
Yeah, we should fail
What is
all of the options. No, but I don't want to accidentally succeed now. No, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to accidentally succeed. Because if I succeed now, then it kind of feels like safe scumming, so I'm not gonna do it. I think it shouldn't succeed if the game has like good RNG settings, but I'm not gonna risk it. All right. I want to see if that maybe let me talk to Joyce again. I'm also surprised that I don't get to talk to her more. Because she did want me to just name a name and arrest somebody. Because of the tribunal, but...
You're back. Good. What can
Talk about the
Of course.
lynching.
Anything to help.
They assaulted
Or
a
he
woman.
didn't. This is that the man was.
The lieutenant.
We
Last
already know
either
this.
way, that's a good question, officer. I am sorry to have.
Okay, well, the most assured thing we can do is pass the time and open the water lock. Unless the old lady has something. Nope. Let's go to the balcony. Alright, girl, what you got for me?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Don't you have a real... It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Yeah, it seems pretty boring if you ask me. Don't you have a real
Does
home?
anyone in a city like this?
And you're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me. But somehow, it never happens.
Alright, cool.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you...
Yeah, shut up, Cindy. Yeah, that wasn't useful. That wasn't useful. Oh, we haven't paid the money yet. I paid the money in the other timeline. Gotta pay my money. Well, maybe somebody will get shot next night and we will have killed a bunch of people. We have hopefully made the mercenaries more careful by telling them that we know there's a tribunal coming. And we've hopefully made the Hardy Boys more careful. Wait, was my save before or after this thing? Oh, I hope it was after that. I think it was after that. Blowing your brains out isn't the way to demand respect? Yeah, apparently not. Funny that it didn't last. I mean, we don't know. We didn't see what happened afterwards. Maybe Kim just solved the case easy peasy after that because we had established our dominance. Alright, we're gonna pay them. My god, I'm paying you.
Can I help you? Got the 20. Good. You.
And now we're interacting with our ledger.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. With the permeables.
Lost the case files.
Petty, you don't. It's made of dark
clipboard.
blue plastic. Something rattles inside.
Shake the ledger.
And something small inside. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli. But with your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
I can't pass the time with this. Okay. Now we're getting into desperation territory. Now we're getting slowly into desperation territory. I don't want to use, I mean, honestly, I don't want to just use all the remaining options because some of the options, I've already started using options in the dialogues that I didn't want to use yet. Like, I don't want to have to just click on everything.
I've got nothing to say to you.
All about money. It is all about money. Where can I pass the time again? I can't do it on the bench.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers,
Yes.
a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
Pick up the radio.
How may I assist you?
Let's call a safe
As
number.
always, it's DJ Mesh and Felicio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
Speed Freaks FM, huh? Look him in the eye.
Oh, is that what it was called?
He's trying to act
Go for
surprised.
it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Pick up the radio again.
Souped up motor carriage for one bad mama's boy, for the heavier foot and the freakier.
God damn it!
The lieutenant moves quick as a viper as he switches off the radio and sets fire. Lieutenant, to you.
It helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. I'm not some kind of speed freak or...
He shakes his head. What about the heavy foot?
You would be too if you had this motor carriage.
He snaps off
But
seriously.
seriously, let's quit joking around, alright? We have a case to investigate.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect you to someone?
Yeah, I'm done.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering.
Now what, Kim? Now what? No, seriously, Kim, now what? Can we pass the time like this? Tell me about the case
What do you
again.
want to know?
What did the preliminary information
You
say?
mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you?
Yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received
Why are we
a
doing this
report
brief
about a
now
security
at
guard
the end of
who
day
was
2?
found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the whirling in rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify
muffled.
neither the caller's age nor sex.
Oh, that's interesting.
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Okay, I understand
Just to be
everything now.
clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
Okay, can we go over this
Do you
again?
make a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
No, I'll wing
There's
it.
no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did. 3 days ago, the RC
No, we
during
had
that
this.
time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching.
Okay,
There's an
mega
ongoing-
cool, I've heard
okay,
enough.
Then. Was there anything else you wanted to know?
I've had enough for now. That updated something. Oh no, that was a secret task complete. Yeah. Secret task complete is not the same. I mean, if I get a little bit more, I can get a level up. I don't want to be a volumetric shit compressor though. That doesn't sound very disco. Alright, let's look at the journal again. What can I do here? Smoke on the balconies tomorrow. Prove authority. Find the cryptozoologist. Yeah, the morale is probably on the other side. He's in the reeds. Close the waterlock on Wednesday. Yeah. The pissing competition. Ask him about this after the initial inspection of the dead body is done. Yeah, well, we didn't get the dead body yet. Place the lost bull, inspect. Yeah, equip incomplete volumetric ship compression. If I guess the next level up I have to invest in that, but yeah, the badge nobody knows. It's a trash. The caller we don't know. Find a way to secret passage. Yeah, good luck with that. Song tape. Yeah, who knows? Maybe he has a song tape, but that's a real side quest. That's a real side quest.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinket.
Yeah, let's inspect the
displaying
knives
big
on the
men
horseback.
on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
And the blue
They're not
uniforms?
all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
They look like René.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Are these royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
And the figurine in rags?
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels. and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers. Revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope. The country is meant to be disheartening. It's impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Ask my friend Guard whose bitch it made me. Yes.
Okay. I don't like either set too much, to be honest.
Okay. Is there a music
All the
table
old
there?
boomboxes are there, blinking and waiting to whirl. All but one. Yours.
Okay. Yeah, I have my boombox, I know. Hello, Baron. You always come in here for 5 minutes and then you go to stream yourself. Don't think I didn't notice. But also, hello, Baron. How long does this thought? Oh wait. Could stop this. And I could start this. Ugh, that's such a bad thought though. In 20 to 30 minutes. Oh. That is nice. That is nice. I do want the 15 Indo tribe. I don't want to be the. I want to be the 15th Indo tribe though. Oh Jesus Christ. Sure, there's something
The
we can do
purity
here.
of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
Thanks, René. I have interacted with my ledger. I don't know what you see if I interact
It's
with
the
it.
ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
Cross the files again? No.
Petty theft.
Huh? Too complex case.
Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51.
Yes, how very... It's a holdover from the early days of...
Your secret is safe with
I mean,
rotten
it's
cabbage
passing
of
like
papers in your
single
hand.
minutes if I
Writing
click through
covers
this
almost
again
all the pages.
and use some dialogue options that I haven't used
You
before, but I
don't
doubt that's
exactly
what you mean.
Close them. So much. A bunch of sodden papers sag from the thin, see-through copier paper. These are quite sinister. All in a print so small it could be considered downright. The rest of the stinking cellulose.
I mean,
is
yeah,
much
I
worse for
guess. Is
Being
that what you
sandwiched
mean? Just
between the
clicking
board
through
and the
this?
rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Because if I have to click through this until we get to 9 PM, I'm gonna go crazy.
The acidics, you know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete or Axel or something.
I know.
At some
Sylvia
point
already told
in
me I
its
dunked in
if
the
you
toilet.
knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash, why are you sniffing it?
I'm a policeman. This is police work. I'm just following the leads.
Torturing your own nose for no reason is not conducive to case cracking, bud.
Are you angry with me, Lowe's?
Yeah. Turns out your nose doesn't like self-indulgent literal shit huffing. Quelle fucking surprise. Come on, no more. The ledger is going back down, away from your nose now.
Oh, the locked option. Well, the option is locked. The option is locked. That wasn't very good French. Yeah, nobody here speaks very good French, I'm afraid.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
Yeah, I have to think, but I'm only seeing options that I don't want to take right now. I can either take drugs to try and take down the corpse. I can equip this thought about volumetric shit compressor, which I actually don't want to waste a skill point on. I can't sit down on the bench. It says I can't do that when I'm with Kim. He doesn't let me sit down on the bench.
The worn and beaten wood.
We can sit on bench.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
The worn and...
You can revisit.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want to let me sit. We have an investigation to get back to. Yeah, then get back to the investigation, Kim. Go, shush. I'm gonna sit on the bench. I could start buying books in the library. I can try to
In your
reread.
hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
We can read
Why?
this again.
There's truly no point. You'll never know who did it, because those pages have literally been scattered to the wind.
I want to just relive the
If you
experience.
insist. But again, it's really pointless. The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vespa to a small town.
Oh, we can keep reading Dick
Despite
Mullen's
his friend's
book.
apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked, then returns home, where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights.
Keep reading.
2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vespa police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar in the very town Mullen dropped him off in by a man matching Mullen's description.
Oh yeah, continue.
Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vespa police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his innocence.
No way Mullen did it.
Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana Deneva.
I feel like I've read this before, close to... Yeah, we had.
And
Nicer
not
dame.
just any dame. She's truly one in a million. A knockout whose mind is as dangerous as her curves. But she's got a secret.
Who doesn't?
Secrets are the currency of human relations.
Keep
Deneva
going.
reveals that she was Spillane's lover, and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel. Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead. Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and
Oh, this is how we're gonna pass the time now, everybody.
man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he's also dirty and
Oh, hello,
increasingly
Taciturn.
paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring. He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder?
Oh! It probably wasn't the police captain.
A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height. And while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own. Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane did. That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Diana Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
Let's get on with the story.
One evening, Diana Deneuve comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon they're seeking comfort in each other's arms.
Get it, Mullen.
As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Diana Deneuve turns to Mullen and says, "By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you. I love you."
I love you?
Always aim for the center of mass.
I can't sit on the bench because Kim wants to solve the case. Starts passive-aggressively reading a book while standing for 2 hours. Yeah, you gotta show authority.
Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly.
Fuck.
When Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood.
Double fuck.
Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. And you'll never know what happens, because the rest of the book is gone.
I can surmise, can't I? If Mullen goes to jail, there wouldn't be like 50 more of these
What
books.
makes you think this isn't the final Dick Mullen case?
Isn't there already a book called Dick Mullen and the Final Case?
How do you know this isn't the final case?
Alright, this is getting ridiculous.
In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
I mean, you all enjoyed it. Okay, we're gonna reread this.
Why? There's truly no point.
There's truly
You'll
no
never
point.
know who did it, because those pages have literally been scattered.
Yeah, I just want to relive it.
If you insist. The story of Spillane.
Okay,
needs
I'm
Mullen
not gonna make you
drive
listen to
in
it.
from
It would be
West
funny
to
if
a
I made you
small
listen to
town
it all
along
again.
The Insulindian coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked, then returns home, where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights.
His friend is agitated. Interesting. Encore, encore. Okay, we keep reading.
2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vesper police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane.
Charlie Spillane.
At his
At his
interrogation,
okay,
Mullen learns
I
that
might
Charlie
even be out of
Spillane
sync.
was
I don't
shot
know
in a
if
bar
my
in the
delay is
very
actually
town
the same.
Mullen dropped him off in by a man matching Mullen's description. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen
manages to convince the Vesper police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his innocence.
What's the matter, detective?
I don't know who's writing this shit, but I get the feeling they aren't experts on
The
homicides.
lieutenant shrugs, resigned to the idea that his profession will rarely, if ever, be accurately represented in art and literature.
Mullen didn't do it.
Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana Deneuve.
Diana Deneuve. Deneuve! It's you, Neff, actually. Now it's getting interesting.
Deneuve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with
Oh,
a
we gotta
local
break through in our
amphetamine smuggling
thoughts.
operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel.
Yay!
Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead.
A strung-out art collector? The local police captain. He is in on the ring, definitely.
Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring. He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder?
And what about the politician's son?
A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height. And while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
Although, he says he doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but that implies that the police chief does have Dick Mullen's build, and the police chief is described as a barrel-chested man. So, I guess Dick Mullen really is built well then, according to this. What about the art collector?
Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane got did. That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history.
That's
and
15 minutes for that.
Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Diana Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle? One evening, Diana Deneuve comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon they're seeking comfort in each other's arms.
Nice, get it, Mullen.
As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Diana Deneuve turns to Mullen and says, "By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you. I love you. Always aim for the center of mass." Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly.
Wait, is that a sex joke? Did I not get that joke the entire time? Did I have to literally read the book 3 times to get that? Oh man, that's embarrassing.
When Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood.
Alright, double fuck.
Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. And you'll never know what happens, because the rest of the book
that's it,
is
then.
gone. In your hand, you hold 4/5.
Wait, that last part didn't
Mullen
even
and the
progress the
mistaken-
time. Okay. We're putting the book away for now. We can... Why can't we retry something here suddenly? We can look at the backyard wall again? And... Ah, we have our thought. Oh, that must have given conceptualization or something.
Because there was. The 15th Indo-tribe was comprised of 8 kids from Forberg and North Jamrock, running from wild dogs in the valley, hiding scents under rocks, and stealing clothes off clotheslines, and sometimes even the copper wiring of phone lines. You may have been one of them. This must be a childhood memory. The 15th Indo-tribe was your Indo-tribe, set to rule in Cylinder. The rest of the kids are dead now. Car accidents and drug overdoses. Only you remain.
Only we remain. 10 cents for every green orb clicked? Oh, I should have grabbed that earlier. Also, leveling cap for sub-warfare raised to 6. Yeah, that's useless. That is useless. Also, wow, so much money that I haven't gotten now. Oh. Oh. Well. Well, Kim, wanna let me sit on the bench now?
The warning.
You can read.
Okay. Okay, you wanna do it the hard way? Kim, you wanna read again, huh? Let's read again. Let's read again Dick Mullen.
In your hand, you hold
Start
4/5
reading.
of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
Are you sure we need to do this, Kim?
Why? There's truly no point. You'll never know who did it, because those pages have literally been scattered to the wind.
Well, Kim, you better read with me.
If you insist. But again, it's really pointless. The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vesper to a small town along the Elysium coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked, then returns home, where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights.
You know, this whole case makes no sense. Spillane is agitated in a dark and cold night. Suddenly he wants to be driven to Vesper. Does Spillane not have a car? I mean a motor carriage? And if he doesn't, how does he usually go to Vesper? Oh no, to a small town. Sorry, they are in Vesper. Anyway. And his friend is clearly agitated. So his friend knows something's going to happen. But if he's the only reason that Dick Mullen is driving him over there, then whoever is killing his friend must have either known that Dick Mullen was going to be there, or be really good at improvising. And the second part is probably not true. So I think Spillane must be somehow in on his own murder. Whoever he was, like, getting Dick Mullen there was part of some kind of deal that went wrong. Now, clearly, I doubt Spillane was planning his own murder, but I mean, there's so much in this book. You can really keep reading it.
2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vesper police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar in the very town Mullen dropped him off in by a man matching Mullen's description.
Was this a coincidence?
Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vesper police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder.
Maybe Spillane. Oh no. I hope Spillane wasn't doing... No, but he shot himself 3 times in the chest. That is a lot of authority that Spillane must have done then. Alright. No way Mullen did it.
Of course Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana Deneuve.
Keep reading.
Deneuve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel. Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead.
What kind of amphetamine ring is this even? I mean, it might be all 3 of them if they're all in the amphetamine ring. So the politician, he gave his code. To the policeman. But what did the art collector do? And why would Spillane get Mullen there? Tell me about the corrupt police
Outwardly,
captain.
The old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring. He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder?
Are we even sure this is true? Because we're just believing Diana Deneuve at this point. She says that, oh yeah, they're all in this drug ring. Alright, what about this politicians? No, let's do the let's do it out of order
Torvald,
once.
the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane got did.
I mean, art collector isn't really a job.
That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Diana Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
I mean, Diana... that doesn't make sense. I think Torvald wasn't part of it. I think Torvald doesn't even know anything about the amphetamine ring. That doesn't make sense. I think Diana was trying to frame Torvald because she had something with him in the past, throwing him with the rest. I think the police captain and the politician's son, they're in the amphetamine drug ring. But the murder must be somebody else.
A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height. And while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
Alright, let's get on with the story.
One evening, Diana Deneuve comes to Mullen's
I hope you're
hostel
still
room
listening,
in
everybody.
tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon they're seeking comfort in each other's arms.
Alright, get it, Mullen.
As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Diana Deneuve turns to Mullen.
Sharing a
and
cigarette?
says, "By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you."
You can recite. I mean, this story is very well told, though. Like this narrator.
I love you.
This narrator is carrying this whole story.
Always aim for the center of mass.
Yeah, that would be a funny thing to say for her.
Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly.
It's a blow. Fuck.
When Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood.
So she was killed in a way that spilled a lot of blood, but that wasn't loud enough to alert the hostel?
Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours.
I mean, they
before
might
the
have been
cops
very loud
discover
before.
Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. And you'll never know what happens, because the rest of the book is gone.
Guess that's
In your
it then.
hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
Alright, we're putting the book away. It's time to go to bed. Oh, why is it so... Oh god, what happened to my frame rate? I had frames once. This place is too disco for you, it is. It clearly is too disco for us.
The door is...
Alright, Kim. Have a good night. See you in the morning. What? Why can't I save here? Huh? Okay.
The bed is still cold from
Go to sleep. Why couldn't I save in my room?
The bed
Weird.
is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
I am an artist, and liver damage is my art.
Oh yeah, baby. Frame your suffering as a masterpiece. Only one problem. No one's watching. It's boring, buddy. Boring as death.
Man, that voice, that must hurt in the throat.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Human beings will always betray
How
you.
many promises have you kept lately, Sir Harry? To the great see-through world. The tenderness.
Thou art honourable and just, sire. 'Tis the snakes who are vile, hissing in the grass.
Okay, Drama says I'm...
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Alright, Harry's really getting harassed in his sleep.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Alright, open your eyes. Okay. Yay, we got healed. And we have saved. And... Come on, lady. You gotta come out at some point.
The door is closed.
Oh. Oh! What we got here?
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
Hold on, are you a cop with the RCM?
Yes, I am.
I am a cop
I
too.
know.
Here's the real deal.
I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Have I wronged you? No. Why? I bring word of the end to come?
Of course he does.
Jesus Christ, look at the man with the sunglasses! Holy moly! He looks amazing! He does look amazing. Is that a wig? I hope it's not a wig. I hope it's not a wig. He has nice hair. He does have nice hair. He's too cool for us. No, we'll see about
Word
that.
of the end to come.
She shakes her head.
Okay, fine. Let's talk.
So
did you
what
want?
precinct are you from?
What precinct?
Fucking deranged lunatic.
You're the police, right? Cool, so I am.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
Wait, is he police?
Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
What are you, the police, doing here? Ah, you called it. Yes, Baron, you called it.
I'm just looking out for...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
A horse-faced woman.
You're a fucking asshole. Are we done here?
Okay, goodbye. What? That was weird.
You look like shit.
Okay, let's talk to the man with sunglasses. The woman doesn't know how to talk to us. Poor horse lady.
And I don't
Yeah, if only she had the body of a horse and not the face. I don't mean that as a metaphor. You look like... I don't look like... Looks don't matter, it's what on the inside that does. Oh, he doesn't look like shit. I know it's intentional.
Like undercover?
Well, as far as disguises go, this is one of the best I've seen. I mean, I could swear you're an actual bum.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
Okay, so this guy is cool. He stands there like a statue, an angry statue, and he does not like you.
I mean, I could get esprit de corps check. I could dress for this. Let's not min-max for that, though. As in a centaur, yeah, you know it. Oh, maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't know what level of deep lore Blobber knows. There's something strange, figure it out.
There's something that binds you to him. Some kind of an outfit, maybe. A uniform.
A nurse's uniform?
Yes, nurses. Why not?
Are you by any chance a male nerd?
Why, yes. Yes, I am a male nurse. How could you tell?
I see into the ether. That's how I know things.
Oh, you've done a lot more with ether than just look into it. This was stupid. I shouldn't have.
Who's this guy, Kim?
I'm not getting involved in this.
Alright, I've got some questions for
About
you.
what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Like a megastar.
Yes, a superstar cop. Of course. This again.
Now, will you answer my questions?
No.
Why not?
Because it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
You don't want to ask questions? Maybe you want to hear me say things.
Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Reaction speed, easy success. I'm doing this investigation. A man is hanged.
So, do you know who hanged him?
Why would I tell him not yet? We do know who hanged him. No, we don't. I guess we don't know who hanged him. We know 8 suspects. We don't know exactly which of the 8 hanged him. I find it weird to say not yet. I guess we don't want to tell him. Hey, why am I telling you this? What? Why can't I want to brag to him that I have all of the suspects already. Alright. I guess this second option is better than the first.
I don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What
Let's
is
talk
it?
about the hanged man again.
Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There
I
is
can
no
tell him
time.
that the hanged man is still hanging. Yeah, he can clean up my mess.
You're not shitting me, Mullen. I can smell it all the way here. The whole town stinks.
We're getting to it. There have been complications.
Wait, can you maybe help me?
I would love to, but I'm busy fucking off and not cramping your style. And that might cramp it, you see? Helping you.
Why am I even telling you all these
I
things?
don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want
Alright, see you
watch out
around.
for yourself, loser.
That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting your badge missing?
I recognize this
Oh,
voice.
really? I wonder where.
When I called it to report it missing, you were there.
That's the where you remember me from?
Yes, I haven't seen you before.
Okay then. It's probably a coincidence. People sound alike. Goodbye.
Alright, we can level up something. I mean, we don't have to get that guy down from the tree, so we just go full in savoir-faire. Now we're really savoir-faire-y. And then probably reaction speed also I want to level up. Although composure isn't bad either. Alright, Kim,
Yes?
you know... No. Guard, anything you...
Can I help you?
No. I don't want to pay the bill yet. It's just depressing. These guys are still alive. Why do I even want to go to the other side of the water gate? Even any useful lead in that direction? I mean, surely that thing is gonna rip any day now.
There he still is. There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
I like the phrasing, it is dedicated to that corpse smell. Sometimes I want to press escape to just close the dialogue, but I guess that isn't how real life works, so that's also not how it works here. Alright, let's make some money. Oh, it's the dock workers. Have you cleared the dock? You have. So, let's close the water gate. Kim, I want to close the gate. Don't be in the
A
way.
rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator.
Pull the lever again.
Grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
Oh, I thought I'd be doing like closing the bridge.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Oh? What, Kim? We need to go there though. We have almost nothing else to do. Radio hums with electricity. Kim doesn't want to go there. What's wrong with you, Kim? More abandoned lorries.
Yes?
No, no, I don't want to talk to you, Kim. Get out of the way. Okay. No entry. Okay, there's something locked here. Let's use our universal unlocker. Jamrock Biker Cop sunglasses. I wish I could sell the sunglasses. Some magnesium. Is that all here? Well, I guess that's the roadside. Alright, we're finding more money. That 15th Insulindian tribe, I guess it's gonna give a bit of money, but... I looked at so many green checks already. I don't know how much of the game is still ahead. Decade-old concrete fences. Children play on them now. Someone has broken down the fence. Interesting. Swing is missing. Nobody's been here for a while. Another broken down house. Glory, says the graffiti go. To the ghosts of us. And people are just leaving money on the floor.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
Oh great, it's time for moral damage. What happened here?
In this yard?
The lieutenant looks at the small building. A flock of grey swallows takes off in the distance.
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscure. For cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
What is a bloc obscure?
A black bloc. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war. Or one that has fallen to gang violence. Or has become inhospitable in some other way.
So this part of the coast is a bloc obscure?
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drums. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
Maybe they left something useful behind.
Yes, for you to pick up as part of the Jamrock shuffle.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
We should move. I don't think we will solve the murder with forays into the urban hinterland, at least in this phase of the investigation.
You say this phase of the investigation. I don't know which phase we're in. Kid. Also, this part is also a bit rough. Well, at least we're getting money. Oh, someone left a music collection. Oh, we have a music tape. Oh, there was an observation here. No, where's the observation? Birds in the birch tree. Barely audible coos from above. Okay. We're in the crime phase. We commit crimes so that there can be an investigation. Yeah, maybe. Guess this is a dead end.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Alright, it's time to press
You
play.
press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Press your ear against the speaker.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing, a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Claudia told you about. Perform it. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like 1,000,000 times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses.
All 3 verses, nice.
And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
Nothing can stop me
Gart,
now.
you have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
Nice.
The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Nice. Also, yeah, we have these new clothes that we don't want to wear because... when are we gonna get pants that don't hold us back? Same with shoes. I really want to buy those sneakers. Oh, I think we can collect some trash here. We should be trash collecting. We should be trash collecting. Oh, that's not trash? Wow. Although, the trash collection really doesn't give a lot of money. Oh, oh, oh. Here we have some trash. It's 10 cents per bottle. The Jamrock Shuffle. Hustle? Something like that. Oh. Oh, what do I see? A broken axle grinding? What is this? Banged up fuel canister 11? What? Good money.
A banged up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Elysian ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible.
Wait, this is the Elysium, this is ice. Oh god, I thought this was stone, but this is supposed to be ice shell.
It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water. The seawater has already started to corrode the metalworks. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
This is where the tracks of the plaza were leading to.
It appears to be so.
Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
Oh! You were against us going here just like 5 minutes ago, but now you're for it.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
Run your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
Alright, it's probably ours, but let's not spoil this. What is the make of this MC? Can I see the logo?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Looks like Jacob Earth's journey came to an abrupt end here.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Did you say yet another case of the engine displacement triumphing over the driver's IQ?
Yes, yes. Clearly, this is a triumph. I'd say the vehicle has been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
How long will it take for the low tide?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Alright, let's sit on the swing and wait.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Whistle a tune? Point of sunken vehicle, it looks very blue.
Yes, yes, it does.
What's your favorite blue thing?
Let me think about it.
Okay, he doesn't say. Okay, let's whistle a tune.
The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Oh. Wait, so was your dad also, point at you to your eyes? The tide show's taking its sweet time. Let's be a bit racist.
I'm pretty sure I told you already, didn't I? My dad and mom are both half Semite.
All right.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
All I'm saying is I'm so surprised people's skin color varies so drastically. If you have to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose? Do you think I will ever find my gun? Yeah, let's complain about a gun.
God, I hope so.
God, I hope so. You and me both. If I put enough time into eating right and exercising, I could turn myself into a living weapon. Then I wouldn't even need a gun. Yeah, that's the kind of thought I would be having.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Is that a number on the side? Squint? Can you make out the mark now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Capri, Model 40.
There's some eyes turned to you.
Why haven't you?
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people.
Is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Small fish, this one. 41, huh? The street racer is quite the ladies' man. This must be Tommy 41, the morning host of FM 41. The factory made a mistake and accidentally called this one Capri 41. Stupid factory. District something, a precinct, or oh god no. Let's go with the street racer. A small fish, this one.
But it could also be the number of a police precinct. Precinct 41. Your precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh my god, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea. Yeah, okay, we're yelling this.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea after you jumped across the canal.
They're not gonna take me back after this, are they? Things were going so well, we were just whistling merrily. Maybe I was in pursuit of someone.
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
It's sunken too deep. There is no access ramp to the coast.
So it's just gonna be there like that?
That is very unlikely.
Oh, I can still fix it, I said
All
sorry.
the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
People are gonna be angry at me, aren't they, in Precinct 41?
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
So it's just gonna be like this?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
Ooh, the badge, the gun, and now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
Uh-oh, a fourth thing?
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deepest of seas.
Ooh. They're not gonna take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
Things were going so well, we were just whistling merrily.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Oh, come on, Kim, don't be such a positive gummy bear. Well, at least I can see what's in there now.
Yes, let's go take a look.
Find the traffic hooligan. Nice. Wait, that was a task? I didn't remember that task. Can sing karaoke now. Marin butter? I don't remember some Marin butter check. Well, maybe there was something. Oh, a bottle frozen to the ice. RCM badge. Oh! Nice. And the commander's jacket. Wait, if there's a commander's jacket in there, what kind of jacket was I wearing? Oh, a patrol cloak and the commander's jacket. Oh, commander's jacket is the shirt slot? No. No, it's the jacket slot. Esprit de corps, visual calculus. No, we want composure. We want composure over everything. Oh, what else do we have here?
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Yeah, sure does look like a lot of folks partied here.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Looks like we have a couple of partygoers.
Looks like it.
They had a great time laughing
Hey,
here.
let's keep moving, detective.
Ah, come on. I'm trying to wallow in my own misery. Don't interrupt me. Oh, what we got here? Tracks? Footprints leading away from the accident. A boat? Oh, that's a door that goes somewhere inside. Also, nice badge. Yeah, I should investigate the badge. Also, I need to stop soon. Oh, jeez, that's a grim room. Perfect place to be looking at our badge.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my
At
badge.
least something good came out of all this.
Study the badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Let's look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
Ah, so he's not good-looking is what you're saying. And he's winking?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Alright, the name is Harrier Dubois.
Harrier? That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
That is true, so he doesn't have my... If he didn't know that it's Harrier. Wait, what kind of name is Harrier?
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times. Like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
Sure, Harrier Dubois. Why do I have to keep accepting my name? I think I already did this, sure.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
LTN to the FJR.
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
W. Freighter?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
And W.
The
Freighter?
title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter.
Declined?
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors, out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
What's a décomptage?
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down to twos. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers.
That's not what I was
then there
asking.
are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kings.
What are the kings?
Kings like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
Satellite officers?
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
So you've been putting up with all my bullshit because I'm your superior? What? No, he's not. We're the same rank?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Really, Kim? I'm not seeing it.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it.
I thought my rank was drunk.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
I don't want to get better, I want to get worse. I'm afraid there are no ex-alcoholics.
People have been through worse and gotten back on their feet, Lieutenant W. Freighter.
Alright, back to the
Such
document.
a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads...
Serial REV 126205 JAM 41.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Date of issue, 7th of November 50.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
Alright, Precinct 41?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
He stops. What?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva.
He knew all those people, although they're not from his station. They must be big. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Alright, put the badge away. What else do we have? Oh, we have some banged up fuel. I guess we could sell it. Alright, what the... Oh. Alright, cold breeze. Postcard. A bow knot. 2 to drama, huh? Where can we wear a bow knot? Oh, on the neck. Yeah, I'd rather have 2 drama than Inland Empire. Although we can't even see where our bow knot. Yeah, because of our dynamic windbreaker serve. Although it looks kind of cool. The bow, I like the bow. Also, I like our glasses. We don't get to see them often enough. But man, those are some glasses. Anyway, back to the chair. Okay, there's a dark chair. Not a lot happening here, huh? Oh, save and save often. Box here. More trash. No people yet. Right, we could look inside there. It's the other side of that thing. Sounds of life in the north, huh? Oh, there are people here. Nice. Real drunks. Cinder blocks. And what is this? Is this a bench?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
So, Lieutenant Kitsuragi must be going at some point. That makes me scared. Allez Vuen. Wait, there's somebody living in that? Ugh. Dried tulips on a bed. Pants. What? 1 + 1 to Kingdom of Conscience. But there is no Kingdom of What happens if I... Moralist pants? Yuck. Yuck. No. Yuck. I don't want to be a moralist. Yuck. We're not wearing those. Alright, hobos. Wait. Oh, you can't go to the hobos this way, huh? Quick travel, huh? Wow. Okay, that means the game must be a lot longer if quick travel is unlocked now. Okay, something's there. Oh boy, there's a lot of people to talk to probably. Yeah, I can already see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe. So, before we open that big pot of misery, probably, because he's living in some old piping, we are going to call it here and do that next time. There's a lot more to explore, apparently, and the game just opened up even more. Anyway, I mean, yeah, we still have to get to even the church. Ugh. For now, I'm going to say good night to you, and I'll see you next time.